There's an arraignment that's happening. Make sure it went live. Still waiting to go live. There we go. We're live on Facebook. There's an arraignment that's happening, and then a presser that's happening. And so the whole thing is, I believe from what I'm being told, the presser is going to be at 2:15. Let me confirm that. And I'm still trying to see. I'm hoping the arraignment is streamed. Okay, so San Joaquin County District Attorney Tory will lead the news conference together with Stockton Police Chief Stanley McFadden and the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms. All right, so let me see if we can find anything with this arraignment. Nothing yet. Let me try his name. By the way, the stream that we just did, and did you guys get notifications? That's another thing I'm wondering. Do you guys actually get notifications on the channel? What's up? What's up? Welcome. Wesley Brownlee. Nothing yet. Okay. So I guess we'll wait and see. I have other things we can talk about though in the meantime. I didn't come empty-handed. And people are telling me I haven't got a notification since midday yesterday for you. You guys got it? Some people say no, some people say yes. Okay. While we wait, let's do this. Cut a couple of interesting articles. This one talks about his criminal history. There's a few articles with his criminal history. But then also, I'm drinking some chamomile tea. Chamomile, and it has one has lemon balm, the other one has valerian root. But this here, yeah, some of his criminal history.
I Love Lasher, starring Vince.
They do it on the other one.
We have learned that Wesley Brownlee has a criminal record with charges in several different areas.
Yeah, that's why we're bringing in Case Area 3 Investigates Brittany Johnson right now with what she found out about this case, Brittany.
That's right, Edie Golston. What we found out is that Brownlee has done time in prison and has faced several charges, including drug possession. Taking a look tonight at his history. In 1997, he was arrested in Alameda County for having cocaine base or crack. Officers believed he was going to sell it. He ended up in state prison in 1999 and served 2 years. After that, court records show he violated probation and was sent back. In 2001, he was arrested again for the same crime and given 3 years in prison. He also served parole for 3 years. Then in 2009, he was arrested in San Joaquin County for DUI. That was a misdemeanor. 5 years later, another charge for possessing cocaine. That was back in Alameda County. He pleaded no contest. He got 16 days in jail and 5 years probation, which he served in San Joaquin County. And most recently in 2019, he was cited in Arizona for failing to stop at the port of entry. And we also know that he is a prohibited person, not allowed to own guns or ammunition. And Brownlee is facing charges for that as part of this weekend's arrest, Edie and Golston.
So one of a range of charges he faces, but the serious ones, of course, are 6 murders and an attempted murder.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, Britt.
There was another article too that was pretty interesting over here. Where this
Hello
one...
to you, meteorologist Eileen Javor in the Weather Center on this Monday.
This one here talks about, again, about his criminal history, but something interesting that I hadn't seen. And so this one here says Stockton serial killer suspect has criminal history, distressed over brother's Oakland shooting death. Okay, and so we're gonna watch the video, but it goes on to say here, an accused serial killer in Stockton has a criminal history, lost his brother to gun violence in Oakland, and has suffered psychological stress. Court records show Wesley Brownlee was arrested Saturday by Stockton police for 6 deadly shootings, including one in Oakland. Investigators said Brownlee was found driving around with a gun and mask on a mission to kill and was out hunting for another victim. We heard that during the presser. Brownlee was born in San Francisco but grew up in Oakland along Seminary Avenue. His childhood home was just a few blocks away from where the Oakland victim... His childhood home was just a few blocks away from where Oakland victim Juan Miguel Vasquez Serrano was killed in April 2021. Court records shed light on Brownlee's family life and mental state, as first reported by the East Bay Times. Documents obtained by KTVU show he is one of his mother's 6 children with a criminal history that dates back decades. And this is right here kind of like crazy. In May 1994, at the age of 14, he was accused of SAing a 14-year-old girl along with 2 other boys. Documents say he denied the allegation and instead accused his friends. Later that year, records show he was arrested and accused of selling cocaine to an undercover officer. He was put on house arrest as a juvenile. In October 1995, his older brother Dale Brownlee, 17, was shot and killed along 16th Street in Oakland. Court records say Wesley became very distressed over his death, and his mother said he seems continuously depressed, suggesting he get therapy. Or a probation report states he was found to be mentally slow and learning disabled. So a couple of things here. And that's what I was wondering what Ten said in the chat. Ten said probably a Hispanic man that killed him. Yeah, I don't know, but I was thinking, damn, could that be a possible motive? Though it was a long time ago. It was a pretty long time ago. I mean, was he harboring? How old is he now? 43. And then the other thing too is that they were saying here, very distressed over his death. And mother says became continually depressed, but it says here, a probation report states that he was mentally slow and learning disabled. Documents say in school he had low grades and poor attendance and didn't finish high school. But he apparently is competent enough to go killing all this time and to go undetected for a while. At the age of 1997, in 1997, at the age of 18, he was arrested and charged for having a large amount of crack cocaine. Brownlee was sentenced to 2 years in prison. After he was out, Brownlee continued to live with his mother in Stockton. His parents had split up years earlier, a probation report says, but in 2014, he was accused again in Alameda County of selling crack cocaine. The drug crime occurred along East 16th, right near where his brother was killed. I wonder, I'm kind of curious too, this location. And this is in Oakland. Okay. And this is still, he was in Oakland. Records show he pleaded no contest and served jail time before 3 years probation. Fast forward to 2021, and the first homicide linked to Brownlee occurred in Oakland along Harmon Street. Serrano, 40 years old, was shot and killed on April 10th, 2021. Police have also connected Brownlee to 6 other shootings and left 5 men dead in Stockton. A woman from Stockton was wounded and survived. Okay, let me play this clip here.
The accused serial killer connected to the Stockton and Bay Area communities, 43-year-old Wesley Brownlee, has been arrested a week after police released surveillance video of a possible suspect. Our investigative reporter Brooks Jarose has been digging into the suspect's background and criminal history, and Brooks joins us now live from the newsroom with the details. Brooks.
Well, Julie, I've learned this accused serial killer lost his brother to gun violence in Oakland, and records show Wesley Brownlee has faced several drug-related charges. He was even arrested for sexual assault as a teenager. And court documents give us a glimpse into Brownlee's family life and his mental state. Wesley Brownlee was caught with a mask and gun Saturday. Stockton police say he was searching for an 8th victim.
He was on a mission to kill. He was out hunting.
The alleged serial killer is accused of taking 6 lives. 5 men shot dead in Stockton, 1 in Oakland, and linked to another Stockton shooting where a woman survived.
The suspect's reign of terror in our community has come to an end.
Court records shed light on Brownlee's life, one of his mother's 6 children. He was born in San Francisco but grew up in Oakland on Seminary Avenue, just blocks from where victim Miguel Vazquez Serrano was gunned down last year, leaving the family distraught.
Whoever did it doesn't know how painful this is and how painful this is for my mom.
Brownlee's criminal history dates back decades.
I mean, it's a really long time ago. This whole situation with the brother. I mean, clearly it says here that he was heavily affected. I mean, but, you know, I don't know. Why not start killing back then if this was a triggering thing? Or maybe this was just one of the many things that triggered him along that path. And then he was selling drugs as well. And the first killing that we know of happened in Oakland, where he grew up. Was it Oakland or yeah, or San Francisco? Is that the same? No, San Francisco is different. I have to see that again. His childhood home was from a few blocks from where Oakland victim Juan was killed. Was born in San Francisco but grew up in Oakland. Okay. So mental state. I mean, a year after, so 1994, he has a situation for the essay with the 14-year-old. Then he's selling drugs. 1995, his brother's killed. The first killing is in Oakland.
In 1994, at age 14, he was accused of sexually assaulting a 14-year-old girl along with 2 other boys. Later that year, records show he sold cocaine to an undercover officer. Then in 1995, his brother Dale Brownlee was shot and killed. A probation report says Wesley became depressed and distressed. His mother said she wanted him in therapy and also said he's mentally slow and learning disabled. Brownlee never graduated high school and was suspended once for gambling. In 1997, he was arrested and charged for having a large amount of crack cocaine. He was 18 and sentenced to 2 years in prison. Once he was out, Brownlee was living with his mother in Stockton. But in 2014, he was accused.
I was sent some court records too that we could probably look at, because I guess they're not streaming the arraignment. I don't know. I wonder if there's anything worth reading here. 6 pages. We might have to read it to kill the time. This is from 10/18 today. Yeah. So we're gonna get through the video clips and then maybe we'll start reading through this court document by the district attorney.
Accused again in Alameda County of selling crack cocaine, this time on East 16th Street and right near where his brother was killed nearly 2 decades earlier. He pleaded no contest, served some jail time and 3 years probation. It would be a few years later when the killings began. Investigators say all of the earlier. Brother was killed nearly 2 decades earlier, selling crack cocaine, this time on East 16th Street and right near where his brother was killed nearly 2 decades earlier. He pleaded no contest, served some jail time and 3 years probation. It would be a few years later when the killings began. Investigators say all of the victims are linked through ballistics, and based on tips and surveillance video, police say Brownlee is responsible, claiming he was armed and ready to do it again.
We are sure we stopped another killing.
Brownlee is in San Joaquin County Jail. He has not yet been charged. He is expected to be in court to face murder charges tomorrow. In the newsroom, Brooks DeRose, KTVU Fox 2 News.
Yeah, a lot of people breathing a lot easier knowing that a suspect is in custody. Has there been any type of statement, Brooks, from the family?
No statement that we've been made aware of, but what police have said is that Brownlee randomly targeted each of these victims.
All right, we're waiting to learn more. Brooks.
Random victims. I was sent this post to Roxanne. I guess they're probably not allowed to stream in there. It's a packed courtroom as we wait. Well, they're still waiting too, I guess. This was, well, how long ago was this? A couple minutes ago, 5 minutes ago. It's a packed courtroom as we wait the arraignment of Wesley Brownlee. He's the suspect in the Stockton serial killing. So many people tried to make it inside that officials stopped allowing people in. ABC 10 has a team inside and we'll have updates at 5 and 6. So I'm thinking they probably can't stream. They're recording, but they can't live stream probably. ABC 10. And you know what I'm thinking too? It's kind of interesting, just kind of letting the thoughts flow and stuff. I'm going to read through this again. I mean, this is a new article, but it says Wesley Brownlee, a Bay Area native and Stockton resident, was taken into custody early Saturday morning while driving around Stockton in what police call a hunt for an 8th victim. He has not been charged yet, but police have publicly linked him to 7 shootings, including 5 homicides this year in Stockton and 1 in Oakland 2021 and April 2021 shooting in Stockton where the victim survived, which I started thinking about that lady again. You guys remember that lady? She had told her story and she said she was a drug addict for like 20 years. You know, I don't know if there's a reason with his drug selling and getting caught up, getting arrested, and like the stuff with his brother, which now they're going to tell you here, they believe it was a drug related incident. I don't know. I wonder if just over time, this guy started harboring like hate and anger, just speculating, you know. But not all the people were homeless though that were killed. I don't know. Court records from throughout Brownlee's life paint a picture of a troubled teen who was accused of SA as a high school freshman and was arrested for selling crack cocaine 3 times over 20 years in the same Oakland neighborhood where his brother and a close family friend were both killed. I didn't know that, in 1995. So his brother and a close family friend. So this was 1995. Police have not disclosed what they believe motivated Brownlee to allegedly start looking for people to shoot and kill them in his early 40s. Brownlee was born in San Francisco, but grew up in an apartment on Seminary Avenue in East Oakland, just 6 blocks from where the April 2021 Oakland victim was gunned down. Until the late 1990s when his mother moved to Stockton. His parents lived together on and off for 16 years, but split up when Brownlee was in his early teens, according to court records. We still don't know the mode, but I also think about all this stuff going on in his life, selling drugs, the essay, with 2 other guys, him and 2 other guys assaulting a girl is what they said. I lost that video. Where I put it. I have to pull it back up. And the brother and the family friend getting killed. I just wonder if this guy just harbored like hate in him. Court records from throughout Brownlee's life paint a picture of a troubled teen who was accused of SA as a high school freshman and was arrested for selling crack cocaine 3 times over 20 years in the same Oakland neighborhood where his brother and close family friend were killed in 1995. Police have not disclosed what they believe motivated Brownlee to allegedly start looking for people to shoot and kill in his early 40s. I read this already. His parents were on and off for 16 years, but split up when Brownlee was in his early teens. In October 1995, when Brownlee was 16, his older brother Dale Brownlee, 17, was shot and killed on the 5700 block of 16th Street in what police called a drug-related killing. An Oakland Tribune report from the time noted that Dale, Brownlee's close friend, Kojo Upshaw, 18, was stabbed to death at the same location 6 months later. It's unclear if any arrests were made in either case. That's interesting, too. Court records say Wesley Brownlee became depressed and very distressed over his brother's death and that his mother sought therapy for him. The records say he was diagnosed with a learning disability in elementary school and dropped out of high school as a junior. When interviewed by a juvenile probation officer in his midterms, he talked about wanting to attend college for computer science and earn a basketball scholarship with the hopes of one day playing the NBA. In the NBA. This article has a lot more details. If you guys could help me out too with the likes, please, on YouTube. I don't think a lot of people got the notifications. So I'd appreciate that, or share it out or anything like that. So it says in May 1994, just 2 weeks before his 15th birthday, Brownlee was arrested along with 2 other boys on suspicion of S.A., a 14-year-old girl, according to court records. In interviews with juvenile probation officer, Brownlee denied involvement in the S.A. and blamed it on his 2 friends. His mother stood by her son's side, telling authorities that the victim initially didn't implicate Brownlee until her second interview with police. A probation report noted that Brownlee apparently suffers from both innate mental limitation and psychological stress over his brother's 1995 shooting. He seems either unable or unwilling to assume meaningful responsibility for himself, which clearly seems like that happens today. The report says he appears to have difficulty settling into any kind of positive activity. 6 months later, he was arrested on suspicion of selling drugs. Juvenile court placed him on house arrest with a curfew and other conditions, but noted that his mother suffered from a painful chronic medical condition and sometimes didn't notice when Brownlee snuck out of the house. In 1997, at the age of 18, Brownlee was arrested and charged with possessing 67 bundles of crack cocaine. He received a 3-year probation term, but in 1998, his probation was revoked for an arrest of selling cocaine to an undercover cop, and he was sentenced to 2 years in state prison. Court records say he served in San Quentin. Brownlee was arrested in Alameda County in 2014 for allegedly selling narcotics on the 5800 block of East 16th Street, just 1 block from where his brother was killed nearly 20 years earlier. Damn, so he's just like repeating the cycle, the locations, the drug stuff. Probably still remembering his brother all those years later. And within a mile of where Juan Vasquez Serrano was shot and killed in 2021. So that's the... Juan was the first killer, the first one killed, I guess, right? Oh, this is history here. Yeah, Juan Serrano, 20 years earlier, and within a mile of where Juan Vasquez Serrano was shot and killed in 2021, he pleaded no contest and received jail time and 3 years probation, court records show. Stockton and Oakland authorities have identified the 2021 through 2022 homicide victim as Serrano, the first guy, 40 years old, April 10, 2021. In Oakland, Paul Yaw, 35, killed July 8th, 2022. In Stockton, Salvador, 43, killed August 11th, 2022. Jonathan, 21, killed August 30th, 2022 in Stockton. And Juan Cruz, 52, September 21st, 2022 in Stockton. And Lawrence Lopez, 54, killed September 27 in Stockton. Brownlee is also accused of shooting and wounding a 46-year-old woman April 16, 2021 in Stockton. She survived. So we know about her. And this we all know. Let's see. The article gave up like a lot of his information and background details.
We're getting now to the dramatic arrest of the California man suspected in 6 killings. Police took him down as he was out hunting another victim. Mona Kosar Abdi is in Stockton, California with the details. Good morning, Mona.
George, good morning. It was here in Stockton that police say the suspected serial killer was roaming the streets armed and looking to kill. Now, a mother of one of the victims says that this arrest brings her both great sadness and a great sense of relief.
This morning, police in Northern California say a suspected serial killer's reign of terror is over.
Our attorneys working around the clock to evaluate and assess all the evidence that's been submitted so far.
Police arresting 43-year-old Wesley Brownlee early Saturday, linking him to the murders of 5 men in Stockton and 1 in Oakland, including Paul Yaw, gunned down in July.
I was kind of sick to my stomach, just because I realized that I was going to have to see what this person actually looked like, which it utterly disgusts me. But at the same time, I was happy because this isn't going to happen to another family or another victim.
Paul Yaw's mother, desperate to know why.
They're probably going to ask, why did you do this? And how dare you?
He might not even give an answer. I wouldn't be surprised if he pleads not guilty or whatever.
Take this person from us. I mean, he was such a good-hearted kid. I just wish that justice obviously is served, that he gets what he has coming to him. I mean, I don't know, whatever that may be. I don't think, and it will ever be enough if that's, I mean, that's just how I feel.
A 7th shooting victim, a woman named Natasha Latour, survived being shot in April of 2021.
I ran towards them knowing that I'd have to get closer to the street if I wanted to survive.
Natasha says a Good Samaritan called 911, but she says police didn't take her case seriously.
They basically treated me as if it was a drug deal gone bad. Throughout this process, throughout this whole
drug deal,
ever since April, ever since I got out of the hospital, it was a constant me trying to reach them. Basically, 5 people died because they didn't listen to me.
We reached out to the Stockton Police Department for a comment, but we have not heard back. According to authorities, police tracked Brownlee down as he was allegedly prowling the streets of Stockton for his next victim, armed with a gun.
We watched his patterns and determined early this morning he was on a mission to kill. He was out hunting. We are sure we stopped another killing.
They say through ballistics tests and surveillance video, investigators were able to link the crimes and through community tips, zero in on a suspect.
And police say that Brownlee does have a criminal history, but they did not elaborate. He's set to be arraigned.
Oh, we got a lot of it now. A lot of it's coming out. Calculated. Knew what he was doing. Says he didn't make many mistakes. We know he purposely stayed in the dark. I knew what he was doing.
Arraigned on murder charges at 1:30 this afternoon. Now, we've now learned 3 of the 6 murders that he is accused of happened within a mile and a half of his Stockton home. 2 in August and 1 in July. Brownlee does have a criminal history, but it appears to be nonviolent. Records indicate that he had a misdemeanor DUI in 2009 and a felony possession of cocaine in 2017. There are also several traffic infractions. In 2017, he was cited for failure to obey a traffic control device in Nevada, and then in 2019, failure to stop at a port of entry in Arizona. There were 2 other traffic citations in 2021 and 2022. Records reveal that Brownlee also recently formed a single-member LLC called Solid Blue Transport. It's incorporated in Indiana with the principal office address listed as Brownlee's home in Stockton. Incorporated in Indiana.
Oh, I was talking to Sylvia about this. I don't know if you're watching, Sylvia. Look at that. Solid Blue Transport. We're talking about that LLC.
2022. Records reveal that Brownlee also recently formed a single-member LLC.
I was talking to him about this because I had pulled this guy's name up, and this is one of the things that popped up in the background was this Solid Blue Transport.
Called Solid Blue Transport. It's incorporated in Indiana with the principal office address listed as
Stockton.
Brownlee's home in Stockton. New this morning.
Okay.
Breaking news today at the noon hour.
All right. The other thing too, let's do this. We're gonna keep it moving. So no, the presser didn't happen yet, guys. The arraignment is happening now. Apparently they're not live streaming it. They're gonna post little clips later, but the presser is happening in 15 minutes. So I guess we'll just have to wait. Just hang out with me. We'll wait. Breaking news, KCRA News obtained a criminal complaint against Wesley Brownlee ahead of his arraignment at 1:30 in Stockton. Here's what we know about the charges against him. So it says here, Wesley Brownlee is charged with 3 counts of murder for the murders of Jonathan Rodriguez Hernandez, Juan Carlos Carranza Cruz, and Lawrence Lopez. And I wonder why just 3, or I don't know. Maybe those are the easiest to link, or why just 3? 1 count of felony / addict possession, I guess, / etc. firearm. 1 count of possession of ammunition. That leaves a lot of questions. Right now, he's not charged in the connection to the murders of Paul Alexander Yaw, Salvador William Dubide in Stockton Jr. in Stockton, or the murder of Juan Miguel Vasquez Serrano in Oakland. Also not charged for the shooting of the surviving victim, true, in Stockton. I wonder if it's just like harder to prove, or why are you reporting someone's name that has not been convicted? Sounds like race. Oh, Lord. These people who want to cancel everybody. Made no damn sense. Let me pull up the other one too. Let's see what else we got. What else do we got? Let me do this. Let's do the court document in the meantime. I don't know if the court document is going to be everything they're going to go over in the arraignment. Oh, somebody sent me. Oh, you know what? I forgot about this. Thank you so much. A friend of the channel had sent me some video. Dash cam going to the 900 port of Stockton, California. Let me just download this real quick because she didn't want me to use her name. She was telling me that because of what these weirdos on YouTube did, harassing these people that call into the show, she don't want her name out there. Let me download this video because we can watch this. She just shows video of it's dash cam footage of her going to the 900 Porter block, which downloading. I think it's where the first. Let me see. Let me tell you correctly. Okay. $900 Porter block. Okay. The 900 Porter one was the last shooting. It's still downloading. Okay. Take it forever to download. All right, so I guess, oh, no, it's going now. It's going quick. Watch a little video. Got about 10 minutes left to kill. It's done. Okay. There's no audio, but it says I-95 North, closest exit to Porter coming from the southern direction. And I believe they wanted to show a visual. See, this was the last person that was shot and killed. September 27, that was Lawrence Lopez, was fatally shot at 1:53 a.m. on September 27, according to police. Get a little visual of that area. Ezra Miller pleads not guilty today too. Oh, really? Ezra Miller. Isn't that crazy guy? Ezra Miller. Ezra. Isn't that nut and allegedly in some cult or something like that. Ezra Miller. What was he being accused of? Miller in court on burglary charges, faces 26 years in prison. Good luck his ass up. But he got money though, right? They'll probably let him out. Brian Harris says killing is therapeutic for some people. Yeah, no notifications, man. Did you guys, let me put a little poll. Did you guys get any notifications? I don't think notifications went out. Did you get a notification? I'm honestly surprised that the last stream we did, a notification went out because I did so many videos between yesterday and today. We only get 3 in 24 hours, in a rolling 24 hours. I really feel like I need some other means that I can have people get notifications, like a backup. I don't know. Isn't there something? I thought there was some sort of service you could either have like a text thing or like, I don't know if people really want to put their phone numbers though, or some sort of website, maybe an email list. I don't know. Something that it's like, because YouTube's system, even when you have notifications, they aren't even, they don't work properly a lot of the times. Needs something. Oh wait, what was that? Two minutes, 0.5 miles away from the 900 Porter. The last person was killed. 60% say no notifications, 40% say yes. And if you're from Discord, that Discord notification doesn't count. When I say notifications, I'm talking about strictly on YouTube. If you got a YouTube notification, just text us all. Emily D. Baker has a text crew, really? I wonder what kind of service she has. Maybe I could ask her. I know she's really busy. I don't know. She might reply. I wonder if she'd reply if I asked her. I would pay for a service. I think it'd be worth, and I could just write it off at the end of the year. I would totally pay for some service that it's like you put your phone number here and it just, whenever I'm live, or video, it sends out a notification. So we can finally be done having to wait and hope that YouTube sends one out. Doggy. All right. 7 minutes left. Gettysburg Place. Yeah, I got enough political spam on my phone around this time of year. They got to be using something. There's something called Community. Community. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna do a little research, or if anybody knows, it's time to. We got to start coming up with an alternative, so we don't have to worry about all. Next right is 900 block of Porter Avenue. So this would be the block where this guy was shot. Porter block. Oh, there's a lot of trees and brush. I mean, at nighttime, I don't know what the lights look like, how well lit it is at night. Because this guy, I think I said 1:30 a.m. was when he was shot. Sure, the place looks kind of dark in the daytime. I mean, it might be because the sun is coming right at the lens, and so it looks dark. I guess the other areas, probably why. I didn't even know you were on notifications. Yeah. TI Club. TI Club lives in Stockton. Oh, okay. Oh, shit. You guys happy with it? Are you guys like celebrating now that this guy's caught? People doing shots, popping bottles. Or people still kind of nervous on edge, maybe. My son's baseball team can send messages out to everyone. Cell footage of 900 block. Oh. Wait, let me. Oh, shoot. Oh. I mean, it doesn't look, just like almost like any other neighborhood, I guess. Thanks, Yvette. Appreciate that. I'll watch your streams while I make dinner. YouTube is understaffed. They don't have a notificationer. 4 minutes, guys, for the presser. What are they going to say? And the presser, yeah, I'm wondering what they're going to say. What, are they going to have new news? Makeshift memorial couldn't catch on film. Makeshift memorial couldn't catch on film. Blue balloons and flowers. Oh. %64% didn't get notification. Yeah, that's a big deal, man. That sucks. So the only way they're seeing is if they randomly hop on YouTube and then they see my thing popping up, like the video while they're scrolling. Yeah, I did, Laura. I'm gonna do a video on that. I think I might do a short video. I'm gonna put together a couple of the drone footage, and I'm gonna put some pictures. Flipping around to go back to the border. I'm gonna put the drone footage, some pictures, and whatever else pops up. I guess I have to be careful how I use the notifications since I have like nothing left. Oh, 1,000 block of border. I mean, I wonder too if this guy, how far he parked from where he shot the victims. Like a block away, or was it right by them, or park 2 blocks away and then walk up, or what? 4 of the shootings were done by apartment complexes. Hey, Kathy. Tracy, what's up? Thank you so much for the membership. You got notified. All right, let me get ready to see if we can pull this thing up. While we do. Stockton serial killer. Okay, we got something. We got a feed.
I went ahead and started rolling the video, and then you'll see when I stop for the press conference. I don't know when it's going to start. Maybe in the next 5 or 10.
Let me move this over. Oh my gosh. I hear somebody talking. I have too many windows open.
I was just making sure that I wouldn't
You did? Yeah. Oh, perfect.
I know, I'm standing like right here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a short walk from back up. Unless we'll see where David and going on.
They're not letting people pass like a certain line.
Hot mic.
I got chastised.
Dennis! Just arrived. Answered the question, which was yes, but only received through mail. Okay. Email.
Sure, go ahead, please.
I think text would be better. If I get a text service for the notifications, because people don't check their email. I barely check my emails. See on that.
He's very nice about over dramatizing it. Next time.
Oh, gotcha, Dennis.
Over there if you want to sneak in there.
Corey. Got 134. 134.
I should maybe pull up some backup feeds too in case. Okay.
Good afternoon. Thank you for being here today. I'm Corey Berber Salazar, District Attorney for San Joaquin County, and today my office has filed charges against the defendant. Just for procedural purposes, I'll be making an initial statement, and then I'll ask Liliana to come up and also read a statement in Spanish for us as well. And then Josh will also be up here, Jackson from ATF, to give a statement, and then we'll take a few Q&As. The defendant has been charged with the following: 3 counts of murder, 1 count of possession of a firearm by a felon, 1 count of possession of ammunition by a felon, in regards to 3 of the victims at this point. That is Jonathan Hernandez, 21, who was killed on August 30th. Juan Cruz, 52, killed on September 21st. Lawrence Lopez, 54, killed on September 27th. There are 2 more murder victims in an attempt at murder. We will be making further charging decisions in relation to those cases in the next couple of weeks. As you know, this investigation is moving rapidly. Saturday morning at 1:30 a.m., we brought the suspect into custody. There's been a short window of time for us to process all of the information and evidence we have, but we are working around the clock. We charged the cases today because we believe we have sufficient evidence to pursue these charges and prove them beyond a reasonable doubt. We are also confident that additional charges will be added. We would like to remind the public that this investigation is ongoing.
Background noise.
And in no way does our charging determination today end or conclude this investigation. We have more work to do. We are still dedicating valuable resources to uncovering the truth and to hold this defendant accountable. My office has been in communication with the families. I had the privilege of meeting them this afternoon. Each of these families and their victims, their loved ones that they have lost, we will continue to support them through this very difficult process. I offer my sincere condolences. No family should have to endure what they are currently going through. I understand that the public is searching for answers, just like these families. Please know we will not be able to share certain pieces of information in order to maintain the integrity of the case and ultimately ensure justice is obtained for these grieving families. For Stockton Police Department, officers arrested the defendant approximately 1:30 a.m. on Saturday morning. This was an individual law enforcement had identified as a person of interest. Due to their investigative skills, hard work, and dedication to public safety, and through the assistance of information from the community, they were able to make a determination. Based upon the pattern of behavior that they witnessed, they were able at that time to arrest the suspect in this case. A firearm was found in the defendant's possession of a similar caliber of the weapon used in the 5 homicides here and the 6th in Oakland. Please quickly share the gun with ATF. And the amount of work that they did in partnership with us is amazing. We can confirm with high confidence the same gun was used in the 3 homicides that I'm charging you with today.
Ooh.
There are some people who are just simply too dangerous to share the streets with you and I. Rest assured, my administration will prosecute the defendant to the full extent of the law to ensure the safety of our community and other communities like ours who may have been victimized by this defendant. I would like to extend my gratitude to the men and women of the Stockton Police Department. The capture of the defendant would not have been possible without the countless hours and investigative skill shown by the department. Thank you, Chief. Deputy Chief Nance, Lieutenant Brad Burrell, Captain Lane, PIO Detective Joey Silva, and so many others worked on this case, hundreds of people. And particularly those officers and partners in law enforcement that were on the street fighting and figuring out this crime, knocking on doors, accumulating evidence, you name it, they did it. And so I can't name them all because it's in the hundreds, but please know that each and every one of them is appreciated by not only me and my office, but this entire community. So thank you, Chief, for the work that you've done here. To our fellow law enforcement partners across this county, across the state, and at the federal level, including ATF, who generously donated an additional $25,000 to the reward and provided amazing resources for us to ensure that this suspect would be in custody in swift amount of time. To the Bureau of Investigations for answering the call of SPD and assisting in the tip line, investigative resources, and all the hours brought forth, including our partnership with the sheriff. To the prosecuting attorneys in this case, Chief Deputy District Attorney Robert Himmelblatt, Supervising District Attorney Caitlin Casey, and Deputy District Attorney Elton Brown, for their dedication and around-the-clock response to this crime and every other crime that we fight every day. In particular, I want to thank the public. Stockton heard the call, and the residents of this great city answered. Hundreds of tips a day came through the hotline. This case is a prime example of why trust in law enforcement is so crucial to public safety. We trusted law enforcement, and law enforcement trusted the community, and together that trust led to the arrest and apprehension of this defendant. We simply cannot protect our communities without support from our community. And we are grateful to everyone who provided tips that led to this arrest and now the prosecution. We are grateful to all. As the district attorney here, it is my job to ensure the integrity and the ethics and the professionalism of this jury trial, this case, As so, today we'll be providing you with information. Going forward, we'll update you as to additional charges that may be coming forward. And at that point, we'll be limiting the amount of information that we can release to the public in order to ensure that we're not trying this case in the public forum, but instead in a courtroom where it belongs. So I ask for your patience and understanding, and knowing that going forward, we will be limiting the ability to share information. At this point, I'd like to introduce Liliana to come up and read a statement, please.
Buenas tardes. Hoy la fiscal del Distrito del Condado de San Joaquín, Tori Berber Salazar, anunció los cargos iniciales contra el acusado Wesley Brownlee, de 43 años, en relación con la serie de homicidios en Stockton. El acusado está acusado de 3 cargos de asesinato, un cargo de posesión de un arma de fuego por un delincuente y un cargo de posesión de municiones por un delincuente. Hoy tenemos pruebas suficientes para perseguir 3 cargos de homicidio y confiamos en que se agregarán cargos adicionales a la denuncia a medida de que avance la investigación, dijo la fiscal del distrito, Tori Berber Salazar. No hay lugar en nuestra sociedad para individuos con un desprecio tan flagrante por la vida humana. Mi administración procesará al acusado con todo el peso de la ley. Nuestras más sinceras condolencias están con las familias de las víctimas durante este momento extremadamente difícil. Según el Departamento de Policía de Stockton, los oficiales estaban vigilando a una persona de interés en relación con la reciente serie de homicidios. Debido al patrón de comportamiento exhibido por el individuo, los oficiales del Departamento de Policía de Stockton tenían una sospecha razonable e iniciaron el contacto. Wesley Brown fue arrestado durante el inventario de su vehículo y persona. Se encontró un arma de fuego de calibre similar al arma utilizado en los homicidios. Debido a la asociación con ATF, El arma de fuego fue procesada y la oficina de la fiscal del distrito del condado de San Joaquín puede confirmar con alta confianza.
Noticias Univision.
Con alta confianza que la fiscal.
The DA got some heels on too.
La oficina del fiscal del distrito del condado de San Joaquín desea reconocer al fiscal del distrito adjunto en jefe Robert Himmelblau y su equipo, al departamento de policía de Stockton, a otras agencias policiales locales, estatales y federales, incluidos ATF y California Department of Justice, y a la oficina de investigaciones por la colaboración en la investigación y detención de sospechosos. Además, la oficina quisiera agradecer a la comunidad de Stockton por su ayuda en la captura del acusado. Este caso es un excelente ejemplo de cómo la asociación comunitaria y el compromiso con las fuerzas del orden dan como resultado una mayor seguridad pública. Gracias.
I'd like to ask ATF
Good afternoon. My name is Joshua Jackson. I'm the Assistant Special Agent in charge with ATF assigned to the San Francisco Field Division. Currently sitting as the Acting Special Agent in charge for our division. ATF and Stockton PD have a long history of working partnerships, and this partnership and working together is no different in this investigation. Specific to this investigation, some of the resources that ATF brought to bear: ATF Special Agents, ATF Task Force Officers, ATF Intelligence Research Specialists. These professionals are able to develop crime and intelligence to pass back to the investigative team. Specifically the crime and intelligence, something that was extensively used throughout this investigation was ATF's National Integrated Ballistic Information Network, NIBIN. We use NIBIN to help solve some of these shooting events. It allows us to connect shooting events that may appear to be isolated and unrelated. Allows us to connect those, coordinate additional resources so that we can pull our resources together and treat it as an all-hands-on-deck approach and reducing violent crime. And that was experienced very much so in this investigation. Allows us to identify those who are responsible for shooting events. It also allows us to stop shooting events from occurring in the future when we act as a team in partnership as we did in this investigation. This investigation is not over. We're moving into the criminal adjudication phase at this moment, and it's going to take a lot of work during that as well. ATF is going to remain a partner to Stockton PD and San Joaquin District Attorney's Office throughout that. And last and most importantly, I definitely want to notice and make note to the family and friends and the community at large who are hurting. We understand they're hurting and grieving due to lost ones you lost, and also to folks that were injured in this series of violent and senseless acts that occurred. We hope that these arrests and these announcements help let you all know that we're not getting off the gas. We are moving into this next phase, the criminal adjudication phase, so we can be successful and make sure justice is done. And those who are responsible for this, the person responsible for this, is held accountable. Thank you.
Thank you. Also today, often we think about the defendant, what the charges are, and what's going forward with that. But today in our office, in my office, it's equally important that we're taking care of these families. So they are working with our victim witness, thank you, Liliana and Gabby, our Family Justice Center, and now we have our support group down working with them as well, because we want to make sure that they understand that we're here to support them through this journey.
Get out of the way.
And that we will be by them, right by their side throughout it. So today is also about telling you about what's going to go happen procedurally from the criminal justice arm, but we're also going to let you know that we are taking very good care of these families with every tool and resource.
What the hell is he doing?
Here in San Joaquin County, in particular here in Stockton, this individual thought he could come to our community and do harm. It's not in our house. You do not get to come into our house and do this kind of crime and this kind of harm and not think that SPD is not going to bring the rain down on you and find you and hold you fully accountable. And they did that, just that, in partnership with this community. But as we move forward, we need further partnership, and that's from our community-based organizations to help this entire community heal. As Joshua was saying, the victims, the survivors, the families, unimaginable what they're going through. But also as a community, we have suffered under the reign of this terror. So today, we're going to move forward, and we're going to use every tool and resource, every investigative opportunity we have, every best evidence practice, and also every tool we can in healing these families in this community. With that, I'll take a couple questions.
This man is still a mystery. Can you tell us anything about who he is and why he did this?
All I can tell you is that we know that he was a truck driver and recently moved to Stockton this past summer.
Big rig trucks or?
I believe so. He's interstate traffic trucker.
Any relationships, a family, a wife, a partner?
He does have some family in the community, not very many.
Are you able to tell us about the 3 other homicides, 2 in Stockton and 1 in Oakland? What is it at this point that's holding up charging him in those? I thought that the ballistics connected all 7 of the incidents, the 1 survivor and the 6 murders.
We're waiting for additional evidence to be processed through that will most likely, we believe, will allow us the opportunity to add those additional charges. But when we go to court, we are ethically bound to only charge based upon the evidence that we have in front of us and that we can prove beyond a reasonable doubt. For background purposes, a defense attorney could go time not waived today and we would have to prelim this case in 10 days. So when I charged today, or our team charged the case last night and this morning, we have to do based on what we have right here in front of us at this moment. We're only 4 days into this. So you have to understand that there's going to be hundreds and hundreds of reports, maybe even thousands of reports in this case, before we have a full visual of what we're dealing with. So charges will be amended as time goes on. It's just going to take a little bit more time.
Are all 7 incidents still connected by ballistics? Is that still true?
Yes.
So with the 3 others that have not been charged and the 1 attempted homicide, do you think this gun was used? I mean, it was still connected by ballistics, so I'm just wondering like what the holdup is specifically with evidence that the 3 cases had, that these 4 other ones didn't, if it was all connected through ballistics.
There's additional evidence that we've been able to ascertain through the great work of these detectives here in Stockton Police Department, and that evidence allowed us to move forward on 3 cases today. We believe it'll allow us to move forward on the remaining counts. We're just waiting for that information to be fully processed.
And for that 7th incident, for the woman who did survive this, I didn't hear talk about that in the courtroom, and I haven't heard yet about that 1 attempted case. How will that be involved with all of this? So far, we have the 3 homicides that are charged and the 3 that we're waiting to charge on. What about the survivor case?
And she's also, the attempted murder is also pending additional information.
Will the reward be given out in this case?
That's a determination that wasn't covered by my office, but that is being looked at right now as we speak
Yeah.
for the individuals that did
Who's
assist
getting
us
the reward?
with Claire and gave us a tremendous amount of assistance.
Is there a home address for him? Do you know where he lived at this time? What, in the city? Did he live in Stockton? Do you have a physical address?
He lived in Stockton, yes.
Is this a death penalty case, or will it be?
It's a special circumstance case. So when he was charged with 3 counts of murders, he also has the enhancement for being a felon in possession of ammunition, but also the use of a weapon, 1222.53 in the commission. Those are all either enhancements, but the one that allows it to be a consideration for life without the possibility of parole or the death penalty is the special circumstance. And that special circumstance is under the Penal Code Section 190.2, and it reflects multiple murders.
Were any of these considered hate crimes because some of the victims were of the same race?
We're looking into that. That's still part of the ongoing investigation, and that there is a potential there could be additional charges in that arena as well. So we're developing that evidence.
How do you reassure the public that is still fearful out there that perhaps there's someone else out there, another serial killer? There was a homicide this morning that San Joaquin County sheriffs were at. And people were posting on social media, he's still out there, the serial killer is still going at.
Imagine that.
What do you say to those folks?
We reached out to the sheriff's office this morning. There is no connection or correlation between any of the incident or the evidence that occurred in the early morning unfortunate taking of another community member's life. We believe beyond a reasonable doubt that we have the right suspect in custody. We wouldn't charge the case if we didn't have sufficient evidence to believe that is true and correct. So we believe we have the person responsible. At this point, we're going to proceed on the 3 that we have, and I am very, very positive that in the near future you'll be hearing of additional charges as well.
And in court today, it was revealed that there was cellular data connecting the suspect to these 3 murders. Is he connected with cellular data to all of these cases?
It's an ongoing investigation, Kurt. We're developing every lead we can. These officers have been working nonstop for the last 90 days, and We've been working every angle that we possibly can. So we will go over this case with a fine-tooth, comb, and we will make sure that no stone is unturned, and that we will follow any leads that it takes us. But at this point, I have no doubt that we have the suspect in custody.
Was this a ghost gun?
We're not going to comment on that right now.
But it wasn't
In court. In Georgia, it said.
that it was a ghost gun. Was the ghost gun used in all of the cases here?
I'm just going to say it was a weapon that was used. It's a polymer. We'll make that final determination. But yes, if the information has been released to you, then we'll discuss it.
Did he know any of the victims personally?
We're not going to go into that kind of detail today. This is an ongoing investigation. We're continuing to develop it.
You said he's not from Stockton. Where is he? What's his connection to Stockton?
We believe his primary region was in Oakland area, the Bay Area, but he was recently just relocated to here.
Do you know anything about his past criminal history with ties to Alameda County and Oakland, and if any mental health issues play a part in all of this?
We're not going to comment on mental health. We've had a suspect in custody for 4 days, so there's no way we can make any determination in regards to that. He has a prior criminal history, which was mentioned in the charging document. He is a felon, and he's a felon in possession. Those were drug-related offenses, and they originate out of Oakland, Alameda County.
Over communicating, can you say if the photo of the handgun that was released by police and your team, is that the ghost gun that have connected to the 3 charged homicides? Is this all the same gun we're looking at and talking about? I just want to over communicate that so we're all on the same page.
So go ahead and repeat the question, please.
So the photo that was released of that handgun earlier on in the investigation, is that the same handgun that was found on his person when he is arrested? Is that the same handgun that is a ghost gun that's connected to the 3 homicides that are being charged? Is this all the same firearm?
That's what I can tell you right now is the photograph of the gun in the picture was what was on him when he was arrested, and we're still doing additional ballistic evidence as far as its interconnectivity of the cases.
But that is the murder weapon?
That's still part of the investigation that we're going to do.
Do you believe that there are more cases than just the 7 out there right now?
Well, we're going to stay tenacious. We don't know how many cases there are. That's why we still have our tip lines. That's why we're still partnering with our neighboring agencies. That's why we still have this incredible all-star team of the task force, just so we can overturn every stone and see what we have out there.
Between the ballistics testing connected to the 3 cases and the gun the defendant had when he was arrested, do we have an estimate of how many weapons this defendant was using, or at least how many weapons?
How many weapons?
That's part of the ongoing investigation.
Is there any reason to believe that there are any other suspects out there? You guys say you guys want the community to keep giving tips. Is there anyone out there that people should be afraid of?
We have absolutely no reason to believe that there's anyone out there that you should fear in regards to these cases. But we do want the tips out because we know there's people that know information about incidents that happen, and we need those people to come forward.
Chief, yesterday you were able to.
We're gonna stop here. Thank you guys so much for your questions.
That's the media person?
Go ahead, you guys, right out this door. Thank you.
Okay, that must be the media social communicator.
I have my card on me. Our press statement and the complaint can be found on our website. We appreciate your guys' questions and your thorough coverage of this case. It is ongoing, like District Attorney Salazar mentioned. So again, thank you guys so much for coverage. And I have my card on me. You guys have any follow-up? Thank you.
Hit my card. I mean, that's her job.
Yes, thank you. That is not at this time it hasn't been determined yet. No, it is too early in the investigation and in the trial process to make that. Thank you guys.
Damn. Well, that's it. Se acabó. Boone Country, that said, be careful for this DA. Having lived there for 47 years, she's very controversial. They call her the criminal's DA. Oh, shit. So, yeah, what is a ghost gun? And I remember when they first put out that picture and we were here watching it in the chat. Oh, it's a privately made firearm. Some of you guys in the chat were saying that looked like a ghost gun. Let me pull up the picture of that real quick. I'm not going to stay too much longer. I got to do a couple things. Gotta take the baby to grandma for a little bit. Like, try to get this place in order. I honestly don't even know if I have any notifications left. If I have something left, I might either do a short video later or we come back live. I probably need to give some time to let the notifications reset. That gun was here. Let me just pull it up. Let me just pull it up. No serial number. It was like a handmade handgun. Like a privately made firearm, sometimes called ghost gun, or homemade firearm. It's a firearm that is produced by a private individual rather than a corporate government entity. Oh, shit. Ghost gun. Ghost guns are designed to avoid all gun laws. Bro. And if this guy... Because you notice, too, what they were asking him. They're like, the reporters, does he have any other guns? We're not going to talk about that at this time. Like, oh, shit. Have you linked the ballistics to all the killings from this gun? And I believe they said that they're still in the process. I mean, I'm sure that they have a good reason to, like, this is the guy. It's got to be the guy, but we'll see, but it has to be, right? They're sure. I'm sure they have other evidence, and this guy was a truck driver. Where else has this guy been? Has this guy been killing for years? Or is it just these kills here? And did he have other ghost guns? Or did he have other guns that he used and sold it in the hood or got rid of them or whatever? Brian Harris said, that's no ghost gun. Ghost gun looks like a toy gun. Oh, okay. It's not a ghost gun. It's a Glock. Stop with the nonsense. So they seem to say that he had probably Chicago. You can legally register homemade guns. Can you really? I didn't know you could do that. I don't know why, because the reporters are asking about the ghost guns. So I thought maybe. But then they didn't even want to confirm. They didn't want to say that it wasn't. This is a standard Glock. So let's look up let me look it up. Let's pull it up. Ghost gun. Let's see. Might as well look at the ghost guns. Let's see what they look like. Take a look. You're getting upset too. Ghost gun. What's wrong with you? Or I wonder if it's possible he has another gun. Ghost gun. Oh, they do look like little toys and shit. Do it yourself. Ah. Damn, they even got... Oh, shit. Homemade. So I wonder where the reporters got this whole ghost gun thing from. Pink laser. Yeah, they definitely don't have like the same look. It's like compared to let's see this here. Maybe because that pencil thing, maybe they thought that was something. I don't know. Laying next to the gun. I don't know. Let's see. No way that's a laser. The gun has a rail and the laser isn't on. 2, it's way miscalibrated. 3, it's pink. Yeah, people were saying, I don't know why they were saying ghost gun scary. Look, another P80. Uh-huh. I think because of this whole pink thing, people, I don't know what people, this is like a pencil, right? Glock BB gun. That's because it looks like a 3D painted gun. Let me see. What do the 3D painted gun looks like? Ooh, somebody sent me. We have been trying for years to get this lady out of her position in the DA for San Joaquin. I don't even know how to say that shit. County. She's more criminal than citizens. Here's a link to the most recent article about the lack of confidence they have in her. So they don't like her out there, huh? In Stockton? Oh no! All right, let me just real quick. So I was gonna get out of here real quick. 3 hours later, 3D printed ghost gun. Let's see what the 3D guns look like. Oh, it's the show on the screen. 3D guns. Some weird looking shit, like a video game. They have a Glock ghost gun. Do they? Let's see. Glock ghost gun. Honestly, I can kind of see why people are saying that a little bit. And somebody said P80. No. I'm going to need an expert on this shit, but I can see why people are thinking that. Because if you look up some of this shit, like for example, like the texture and shit. But still. I don't know. There are numbers at the bottom of the pistol grip that seem to read P80. The slide doesn't have a required caliber and serial number info on it. Probably manufactured by Polymer 80. The company provides parts on their website to assemble a firearm, including pistol, blanks, slides, and parts. Would suspect it's a gun that wasn't drossed. All right, let me pull up this article. It looks kind of weird, doesn't it? I mean, I'm definitely not the expert on this, but not even close. So I would take what you guys are probably saying in the chat. Get a little closer look. That's what he was talking about. Somebody text me. I'm not gonna say. My friend said he might have a gun. He might have gun. Wait, what? My friend said. Damn it. Might have a gun. The gun. Oh, from the black market or 3D printer. I don't know. This saying looks like Glock 17, Glock 19. All right. But they're not really giving us information though. They didn't want to confirm because the media was trying to ask them like what exactly, and they didn't want to really say. As far as the DA, let me just do this too a little bit because I guess people don't like this woman. Let's see. 35 attorneys in San Joaquin County District Attorney's Office have made it clear they have no confidence in their boss, DA Tori Verber Salazar, to effectively manage prosecutions. This was April 21st, 2022. Ooh. The April 7th vote conducted by the District Attorney's portion of San Joaquin, is it Joaquin? County Attorneys Association saw 42 of the members eligible to vote cast no confidence votes. Eligible to vote cast no confidence votes. 7 indicated they had confidence. Damn, only 7? And Verber Salazar, who is up for re-election this year, the DA's website lists a staff of 78 attorneys. Whew. That means almost half of all the attorneys that prosecute criminal and civil cases on behalf of the people in San Joaquin County lack confidence in Verber Salazar's ability to essentially do her job. Damn. This is the woman that, oh boy. In a memo sent to members from attorney Donald Vaughn, who serves the deputy DA in homicide unit, it was made clear that SJCAA board and its membership are not endorsing any political candidate for any political office. Vaughn added this vote should not be constructed as such. 83%, the 83% vote of no confidence is unprecedented in 150-year history. Oh, shit. Noted Rofredas, who is challenging Verber in June primary. So they better go out and vote then. Or I don't know how that works. Do they have to be voted in by the... How does the DA work? It's not by the people, it's by the attorneys, I guess? I thought that was by the people. I don't know. Or maybe not. Let's see. The vote was announced by the San Joaquin County Attorneys Association president, mirrors the vote of no confidence taken by the rank and file against the poster boys for let's baby criminals just give them a light slip on the wrist. Ugh. That's the person working on this shit? Version of criminal justice being practiced by George Gascon in Los Angeles and Chesa Bowden in San Francisco. Freitas is referring to efforts underway to reduce efforts to prosecute certain criminals in a manner that would likely end up in jail or prison if found guilty of crimes. The DA challenger contends Verber has often aligned herself with the criminal or with the criminal reform initiatives advanced by Gas. But I thought Cali already had like the most liberal. These people get away with everything over there, right? They just let them ride it back on the street. How much more chances and reform do you need? Verber has been praised by using such an approach to dealing with the homeless, but her efforts to do the same with other criminal cases has met with mixed reactions from the public and various rank and file police officers. Damn, even the police ain't happy with her ass. Freitas currently serves as co-chairman of the California District Attorneys Association Gang Violence Suppression Committee, is a Lodi Unified School District trustee, and was the San Joaquin County Probation Officers Court Employee of the Year for 2018. In an overwhelming repudiation of District Attorney Tori, managerial style and abilities, her own employees, the people that know her best, gave her a ringing no confidence vote and joined local law enforcement and first responders saying enough is enough, and that her soft on crime policies and get out of jail free cards have made the county a more dangerous place to live, Freitas added. Holy moly. Boone County wasn't joking. Wow. Thank you, Gavin. Appreciate that. Yo. It was a good article to read because, you know, you hear somebody say it and it's like, oh, okay, wow, that's crazy. But then you actually read it and you hear the numbers. Damn. Shana Bana, what is this guy's excuse for doing it? I don't know the reason. We went through at the beginning of the video. You should check it out earlier. We went through some of the criminal history. His brother was killed. A friend of his was killed too in his childhood. I mean, that was a long time ago. I don't know if that could be a possible thing. He's been arrested multiple times. This guy has, they tried to charge him with some sort of sexual assault with him and 2 other boys that did that. I think they were all 14 at the time or something. Let's see if I can find it. I wonder if he has a thing against, because the situation with his brother involved drugs. They said it was like a drug related situation, but you know. Oh shit, that's funny. Something else, not that. Cancel. I was typing in something. I just looked at my other searches. That's kind of funny. Stockton serial killer. Yeah, this one. I'm not gonna go through. It was this article and another one that had really good information about his childhood. And so, but this one, yeah, is sexually assaulting a 14-year-old girl along with 2 other boys. He denied the allegations and instead accused his friends. His brother's name is Dale Brownlee, but that was in 1995. He was shot and killed. But the interesting and eerie thing, though, is that the first person that he shot and killed was like right in that same area where his brother was shot and killed. And then when they asked, because one of the people that had spoken in the presser, he said they believed this was like completely just random. But then when they asked, the reporters asked, were this related? Were any of them like related anyway? Like, did he know any of these people? They didn't want to comment on it at the time. And maybe they just don't know, or maybe they have to confirm. I don't know. But then that you see this DA is the one that handling the case. Just send you an email. Okay, let me check. Ghost guns. Okay, I got it. Pro Jam, thank you for the email. It says ghost guns are just guns with no serial number. If you pay a gunsmith to make you a real gun, just like any they sell at any gun store, they can make you one without a serial number. It's just illegal. Also, big companies like Glock sell colored guns. Oh, check this out. Okay. Oh, she look nice. That should look dope. Hawkins County Sheriff's son are registered as a sex offender. Oh boy. I guess that's it for now. Oh yeah, that guy. They caught that guy. Victorian Holmes said, "Hey Mel, did you already talk about the 4 dead men and the scrapyard guy? They got him in Florida." I spoke about it yesterday because they did a presser, but I didn't get to update that the guy was caught. For those guys wondering, and we might have to do a separate stream on that and just focus on that, because every time I've talked about it, it's been adding on to a different like live stream topic, the main topic adding on to it. And so we haven't really done an actual stream on it, but we've covered kind of a lot of the information. But yeah, that guy was caught in Florida. That vehicle apparently was stolen, the vehicle he was caught in. I have a hard time. I'm still having a hard time believing that this guy, I can believe that he shot the people. He shot and killed and dismembered. Well, how old is that guy? 67 years old? And dismembered 4 bodies and tossed them in a river. Let me look at this. I want to share this message. I just want to read it. Somebody here on Facebook had said, "It's just hard to believe he did it all by himself, especially because one of the guys is like 6'5" and around 300 pounds. I mean, it's possible, I guess, but not that likely. He was also obviously mentally disturbed, and maybe he ran because he thought they would pin it on him because of his past, or he helped someone." I was just thinking like he had to have had some sort of help out there. I put 3 videos on Aaron. I put 3 videos on Discord that are pretty short. Let's see. Oh, I see. Wait, where's it at? Okay. PSR clips. Ghost gun. Let's check it out. Oh, I gotta show it, right? PSR clips.
Oh God, I can't even touch it. It just is so fucking scary. Stop it.
He was over here catching the bullets midair and everything. Ghost gun. Let me look at one more clip just to see. 3D printed MP5. Oh snap! I really like that gun on. Well, let me just see. Hold on, 'cause I don't know what the firearm policy and all that bullshit. I'll just show the image. Whatever that policy is. The last couple of videos have been demonetized anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But, yeah. Well, the live streams. Damn, bro. Technology, man. Technology. The third one is not from that guy. G17.
Back at the Industry Range Day with Franklin Armory. If you remember 2 years ago,
That looks nice. Yeah, Fresha. He shot 6 men in 2012 for trying to rob him. I'm not surprised. That's true. Well, but he didn't hit all 6 men though, did he? I thought he shot at 6 but hit 1, or I don't know. But yeah, that did happen. Jersey. All right, I guess I'm gonna get out of here for now. I am gonna look into. I found that company that I forgot the name again. The person was telling me, "Thank you so much for something called Community." I'm gonna check it out. I guess you have to like request a demo or something from them. But I sent or whatever I did to send to them, and I'll see if there's a way to, I don't know, if it's feasible. Maybe do text notifications as a backup for people that want that as a backup directly to the phone. You know. But yeah, I will. Let me see. Do I have notifications? I try to guess sometimes by the last videos that I posted. "21 hours ago, 19 hours ago, 3 hours ago, 12 hours ago, 13 hours ago." I have no idea if I have notifications, but I'll just, if anything, if something breaking happens, I'll just come on anyway. And I thought something was supposed to be happening tomorrow. I just can't remember what. Somebody's saying something about tomorrow. This guy, the guy that killed these guys, he might have been okay if he was just defending himself. But now that he like dismembered them and like threw them away and stuff, and was it really over scrap metal or was it something else? Was it substances? Is there other things going on over there? So they keep trying to take down this Chicago video I did. That's fine. All right, I'm gonna head out here, man. Thank you guys so much. Hit like on the way out. Any news on the family that was killed in the Any news on the family that killed with the baby in California? That guy's pleading not guilty, last I heard, and supposedly he was in his arraignment. He came with I thought body armor. That's what I had heard. Oh, the arraignment didn't show it. They said it's gonna come out later. Let me see if there's anything right now. Stockton serial killer. We saw the presser, but we didn't get to see. It wasn't live. And I don't believe it says no bail for the suspect. I don't think they were allowed to be live. Let me show you this real quick. Oh, not that. No bail for suspect in Stockton killings. That's a more updated image. Stockton man charged in a series of killings was ordered to be held without bail Tuesday. Wesley Brownlee, who appeared in court on Tuesday, was charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder, 1 count of being a felon in possession of a firearm, and 1 count of possession of ammunition. Each murder count is enhanced with a special circumstance allegation that Brownlee has been convicted of more than 1 offense of murder. According to the charging documents, prosecutors allege evidence gathered at 3 murder scenes along with cell phone data associated with Brownlee places him in proximity of the crime. So that's another thing of evidence there. Prosecutors said that Brownlee is suspected in 3 additional killings. So, but yep, that's it. He's caught. He's caught. No, wait, what? Nick guy got out of jail. No, pay girl, I don't believe that. Don't tell me that. No, you're not talking about Nick Hansen. There's nothing in the news. You're not talking about Nick Hansen. Did you see that Nick guy got out of jail and took off with his 2 children? Or are you talking about something else? The Amber Alert? There was an Amber Alert? Hold on. There was an Amber Alert last night. I don't know what happened to the guy, though. Crazy looking guy, too. What's that guy's name? Oh, this guy looking crazy as shit. Maybe you're talking about these people. It's not Nick Hansen. Nick Hansen look crazy. The Amber I left you. The Amber I left I sent you. How about this guy, probably? I don't know anything about this story. They haven't been found yet. He looked crazy just like Nick, but no, Nick looks worse. Oh, the kids are found safe? This guy? Timothy. Okay. Kids found safe. All right, good. Amazing. All right. No Amber Alert. All right, I'm out of here, man. Appreciate you guys. I'll catch you later. Hit like on the way out. All that good stuff. I have no idea what we're doing next. Today was kind of crazy. I wasn't expecting us to be back to back like that because last night, for majority of the day, I didn't really do much. And then at night, all these updates came out. So, but all right. Thank you guys. Take care. Peace. They caught the guy. Yep.